Hey, what's going on? Jeff Ratcliffe here. I want to tell you a little bit about Pro Football Focus Fantasy Signature Stats. So these are stats at Pro Football Focus that really give us a glimpse of which fantasy options are going to be the best each year. And I want to talk now about running back touch share. So if you're not really familiar with the concept, you probably have heard of touches plenty of times before, right? Catches and carries for a running back is a touch. What is a touch share though? That's the percentage of total touches that player gets on his particular team. And in fantasy, let's face it, more touches means more fantasy points, especially at the running back position. It's more true for running back than any other position out there. So we want to target the guys who have the highest touch percentage on their particular teams. So let's look back to last year. Who are some of the guys who stood out in this regard? Of course, look at the top. Le'Veon Bell, 406 touches, almost 50% of the Steelers' touches. That is an absolutely enormous number. And you know, I know a lot of people are a little worried about Bell heading into this season, holding out like he did last year, but look how it ended up last year as well. Not worried about Bell whatsoever. Then you have to drop off a little bit as you get into the range of McCoy and Gurley and Gordon. Obviously, Gurley coming off that bounce back season. Gordon, a surprisingly good season for fantasy purposes. Don't overlook him. A little bit further down the list, Kareem Hunt. Jordan Howard, which is pretty interesting. How does that translate this year to the Chicago Bears with a new regime in place? That'll be interesting to see. Carlos Hyde, Frank Gore, Lamar Miller, and Leonard Fournette on the list. But I want to look forward to this year. I totally expect Le'Veon Bell to touch the ball the most at the running back position again this year. What he offers in the passing game, plus the fact that the Steelers are willing to give him a 300 carry workload. So we're talking 300 carries, 80 plus catches. Easily could get close to that 400 touch range again. And it's going to be hard for him to not put up big fantasy numbers with that sort of a workload. Todd Gurley. When you have Todd Gurley on your roster, you give Todd Gurley the football, so expect the Rams to continue to do so. Two names, however, who are not on this list, and for slightly different reasons. Ezekiel Elliott is not on our list. However, of course, we know this time last year, all we could talk about was Zeke's suspension, of course. 6 games that he missed in total. Had he not missed those games, he would be on this list for sure. And he is a candidate to be one of the top names on the list if we go a year from today and talk about this particular stat. And the other name not on the list for a slightly different reason, David Johnson. Yes, the injury happened very early in the season. We know fantasy injury, they happen. They happen. All the Darius Geis supporters out there know exactly what I'm talking about. But David Johnson, he's back. It wasn't a soft tissue injury, so I don't expect, him to look rusty or anything like that. And he is the team's most versatile weapon, so he's going to touch the ball a ton. So Bell, Gurley, Elliott, Johnson, that could be your top 4 this time next year. Who do you think leads running backs in touch share this year? Give us a comment below. Let us know who you think. Also, subscribe for more videos and go check out the signature fantasy stats that we have to offer and everything else over at ProFootballFocus.com.